Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today is Saturday, February 22nd, 2020. And finally, this is my, what do we call that? It's not red, Phalaenopsis. Sort of more like purple, I guess. Finally bloomed. The last bud opened up. It's got, let's see, 1, 2, yeah, 6, so it's 3 on each side, symmetrical. And I went without blooms on this, or a flower spike, for I think 2 years. Or it seems like 2 years. It missed, what does it bloom? Maybe, I think once a year. I don't know if it blooms twice a year. And it seems like 2 years. It missed a couple of flower spikes. And I had it in the kitchen. It's the same south-facing window, but I don't know, it didn't seem to do as well there. And I just put it on this plant stand to do the video. I usually just have it right next to the large Phalaenopsis where I ended up putting it. I was putting it on the lower shelf there on that little plastic stand, but I think it was a little bit too extreme for Phalaenopsis. It just seems like they like the indirect light more than, you know, just full blown sun, even though I'm talking with the sun blocker there that I have, the diffuser contact paper I have on the window, and it just did a lot better. And I think I'm due for a flower spike on the large one there. That one there, the large one, it dropped some leaves, and I'm thinking, you know, eventually it's going to do that because it's just, the leaves were, you know, years old. I don't know how long. You can see there's new growth there. Those two the newer leaves there. But I think that's due for a flower spike anytime soon too. These two seem to be alternating. They're not on the same schedule. But if you're a long-time subscriber to my channel, I don't know, I'll put a link in the description. This one here I purchased from an independent nursery that I thought they were getting ready to throw out a bunch of orchids they had all piled up onto a cart, and this one had fallen off. It was on the floor. I tried to get a discount on it, but because I showed interest in it, the guy wouldn't, even though it needed to be, you know, repotted right there at the garden shop. So I purchased it, and then I neglected it, and it died down to probably the size of my thumbnail. And I was able to baby it back. It was quite a surprise that the little plant that had been reduced to, with just this one little nub of a root starting to form on, I think the root nub was like as large as the plant. I just was able to, I put it in a little small aquarium and gave it really high humidity, and babied it back. And this is where it is today. And that, I'd have to go check. That's got to be, man, easily more than 5 years ago. Maybe 8 years ago. I'll have to check. Time flies. I know that one there I've had, it might be 15 years. This is doing the same thing the other Phalaenopsis is. It's grown off to the side. Sort of lopsided here. I just topped this off because it looks like some direct sun on here dried out this root. But you can see, I don't know if you can see that, got some considerable roots underneath the moss there. Yep, it's really dripping, draining out. but that'll dry out quick enough. Yeah, I topped this off here. So that's why I moved it to the side. It was getting too much. It's not direct sun, like I said. I have that diffusion contact paper on the window, but it does better. Even that's too bright, I guess. So this is a root coming out off the side here, and I got this long root hanging off. Yep, had this for a long time. So just thought I'd show the flowers on this. It's been a long time. I think it had more flowers. The last flower spike had more than 6. But I'll do with these. And these, like I said, the last bud just opened, so this is going to be for like 3 months, the flowers on this. Just watered it, even though it's off to the side there. I haven't started a humidifier, so I just bring it in the shower and soak it, and with the shower head, and no concern for any type of crown rot, or I guess can happen. It's just so dry that these dry out real quick without any chance of getting any type of rotting going on. The cattleyas, yeah, I don't know how much, they must need like a lot. The cattleyas take direct sun, I don't know. I'm watering these and watering them and fertilizing them, and they're just not, I mean, I do have multiple plants now, and probably can start splitting the ones that have already split, and it would be a pretty good show if, I know it's not difficult, it's probably light, so maybe I need to get an independent light source and just use that instead of the sun. Like I said, it's a south-facing window, and I have the diffuser contact paper on the window, and it's bright, but evidently it's not bright enough. It's either watering, fertilizer, or sun. This here died. This is like the oldest section of the original plant. And I'm always amazed at how they seem to grow better hanging on the edge of the pot than what's going on inside the pot, which I find kind of strange. But yeah, I've had these for several years now, and other than the original flower spike that it came with, haven't been able to get these to bloom. And bought this off of eBay, the original plant. It's a really nice flower on it. I think it's sort of like the same color as the Phalaenopsis right here. Yeah, so I thought I'd just document this. This is the Phalaenopsis that's flowering right now. So this is New England Gardening, and today is Saturday, February, what did I say, 22nd, 2020? Thanks for watching. Oh yeah, and by the way, I made this plant stand several years ago. More than 20 years ago.